Hey, what's going on YouTube? Strategist back with another high ELO daily cast. I heard a lot of people requesting to see InvertedComposer. Finally found him online. The game I first got him on, he was playing Singed, but I only caught the tail end, and now he's playing Yorick. He is a very good Yorick. I know, before you guys get all disappointed. He's still a very impressive Yorick, so enjoy. I'm going to try to get another one after this. Hopefully, if he's still playing and he gets Singed, that would be fantastic. But then again, we also have ZionSpartan, YoDa, Champion Mage, a lot of really high ELO people. A lot of popular people, a lot of people that very talented at the game, and in the end, that's really all we can ask for. That's basically what it comes down to. So on the blue team, we have an Olaf, who's going to be really good at just rushing in there and going up against pretty much everybody. Pantheon, is going to try to stop him, but I think that Olaf is going to stomp Pantheon in the end, and possibly go straight for Ezreal and ignore Pantheon. Not 100% sure how that's going to work yet. But the Olaf Zilean combo is amazing. It's really good. If you can, just the passive that Zilean gives to the entire team is very underrated. He's kind of fallen off the map, but he's still one of the strongest champions in the game, especially mid, and even against support Kassadin? Not exactly sure. We'll find that out pretty soon, since he's the only one that doesn't have boots or anything, as a matter of fact. So we'll see. Kassadin's still relatively good because, not many people use spells in bottom, but if anybody does, it's going to be Ezreal, and he uses a lot of spells. So if Kassadin builds up his Force Pulse, plus he has the Silence from Null Sphere, which is going to prevent people from flashing for a while, it's going to be pretty good. It's an interesting support to say the least, but it does have possibility to work. We have Graves as well on the blue team, being supported by Yorick. So that'll be great. Oh no, great initiation coming in. Twitch is getting initiated on by the entire red team and does get first blooded. Very unfortunate. This is the first game that I've casted with the new patch, which includes the changes of Twitch and Eve. So it's great to see that happen. Unfortunately, Twitch was the first one to die. I really want to see him come back and do a lot of ganking. Should be a very interesting game, since not many people played against the Twitch changes, or the Twitch when he has his changes. Yes, and we do have Pantheon going mid against the Olaf. So this will be an interesting match. It's going to be very difficult to gank him. Unfortunately, one of Zilean's hard counters is Mundo. Mainly because anybody that can spam slows are going to be able to catch up to Zilean even when he's slowed, and Mundo does pretty significant amount of damage. It's going to be difficult for Zilean. I've played the matchup a few times, and it's not good times, let me tell you. There's a lot of trading going on in mid with the Olaf and the Pantheon, but it doesn't look like Olaf is going to be able to do too much more since he's out of mana now. There's a lot of pinging going down all over the map. Twitch is going up top trying to get this Mundo, and the double bomb may come out, and he's going, yes, does get the last bomb on there. Great job by Zilean and Twitch being able to pick up that kill, really trying to shut down that Mundo early on as much as possible. That's really what they need to do, because Mundo can be extremely disruptive, mainly annoying than disruptive. Twitch is coming in to mid. He might be going, yes, he does. Oh, he might go down. Yes, the stun goes out onto the Olaf, but it doesn't matter at that point. It was a 1-for-1, and bottom, Lee Sin is able to pick up the Yorick. Very unfortunate, but they are going to back off and not going to be able to pick up the Graves. A lot of action going on early on in this game. Still very interesting to see that the Kassadin bottom lane supporting. We're going to see how that turns out late game. Not exactly sure how support Kassadin is supposed to work, but we'll figure it out. I'm sure if we keep an eye on it, we'll see a little bit. He's going to be able to zone relatively easily. It's great against Graves since he's such a bursty champion. And up top, Mundo does take down the Zilean. And let me jump back 15 seconds so I can find out exactly what happened. Yes, okay, so the first slow hits, and see, even with that speed up, the AoE, it's not going to be enough. Very unfortunate. Zilean is a very hard matchup at top. Extremely difficult, so Twitch is going to have to babysit that top lane if they want to come out on top of it. Olaf initiating onto Pantheon, but now that Lee Sin is there and Twitch backed off, it's going to be very difficult. The stun is going to be back up for Pantheon very, very shortly. And a great slow coming off on Lee Sin, and the kill goes down on Olaf. Unfortunately, it looks like the red team is taking the advantage very early on in this game. It's only 5 minutes in, and there's been 7 kills locked onto the board. It's great to see. Twitch is coming in, might get baited. We'll see. The first shot is blocked, which is expected. Stun coming off the as well as the ignite, but Twitch is going to go down from the ignite. Yes, does go down to 1-for-1 trade. Not the best trade, but then again, Pantheon is typically known to fall off later on in the game. Preventing his farm as much as he can early game is great, but giving him a kill is exactly what he wants. So he doesn't really mind doing a 1-for-1 trade, to be honest. Ping going down bot, I believe, yes, Kassadin is now mid, and so if bottom has any form of opportunity to make a play, now is the time. And a lot of damage going out on the Zilean. Oh, the last cleaver does miss, but he still picks it up with his passive, and the tower's going to take him down. Great job being able to trade that 1-for-1. It's not something they like doing, but every once in a while it is worth it. It can be worth it at times. It's usually not recommended unless the person that you're trading has a killing spree or something of that nature. But, you know, trading 1-for-1 is better than just dying. So, either way, it's going to be pretty good. Mundo is probably pretty scared about getting a bomb on him while he was retreating, so he had to go in for the kill, or else he probably would have died. Bottom lane again, Kassadin is still here. He does have his Force Pulse up, and he can do a little bit of slowing. He can also still silence, and silencing that Yorick will be very good. Because that silence is going to prevent him from doing any of his goals. Force Pulse comes out, but it does get missed. The ghouls come out. A lot of action going on in mid as well as on bottom. And yes, the Yorick does end up going down. Unfortunately, I went to switch to mid, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. We're going to see if we can come out here and get back to live. The Spray and Pray is still coming out, doing some nice damage. And the cleaver just barely missing. It looked like it almost went right through him. So we're going to see Twitch is coming bot now, trying to put on some reinforcements. And once the game gets back to live, here we go. Alright, yeah, Twitch is coming down. He is spotted by that red ward. Oh, Ezreal just barely missing the Graves. A lot of action is going down. Twitch came from the back. A lot of damage going out on Twitch and the Yorick. It looks like he's going to go down, and Pantheon cancels his ultimate. Teleport coming down for Zilean. Zilean's going to be able to slow down the Kassadin, but Kassadin does have his Riftwalk since he is level 6. I'm a tad bit surprised that he didn't just go for the tower dive onto the Graves, but then again, he is a support champion, or he's playing a support champion. And I don't know, I still think it might have been worth it. I'm just not sure about how much damage he would have been doing. Red team does take Dragon already at 8 minutes, so it's a relatively early Dragon, but that was their best chance of getting it, and since they have Lee Sin and Pantheon there at all times for the most part, since Pantheon's mid, it's incredibly powerful. They're going to be able to take it down extremely hard and extremely fast. Oh, the sun coming out onto Olaf. Olaf is going down. He does get ulted by the Zilean. And the Zilean has thrown a bomb, but it doesn't look like it's doing anything yet. Trying to get back to live still, guys. Sorry about that. Kassadin is right behind them, so the Kassadin is going to be able to possibly pick up a kill. Great bomb going off, able to take out the kill, and the Olaf does go down a second time. Great ultimate coming out from Ezreal, being able to pick up the kill on the Twitch, and Mundo's teleporting down in bot. Oh, barely missing the cleaver. He's still going in for the tower dive. He's going to pop his ultimate. He does go down, takes a lot of damage. Ezreal now taking a lot of tower aggro, but they are both able to get away successfully without any huge issues. Great job by the red team being able to converge perfectly onto the blue team with no issues at all. Lee Sin's coming around from the back, and it looks like they're not going to have any issues at all. Great ward safeguard by Lee Sin being able to get there and pick up that kill. They really don't want the support player getting the kills. And Kassadin goes around with, oh no, Pantheon coming from the back. Is trying to make him waste his ultimate, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Lee Sin just barely misses his Q, but he does get the safeguard. Blue team's going to be able to successfully disengage from that fight. It was pretty close. I was a little bit worried. Good thing the Twitch showed up. Twitch is invisible, and he does spot the Lee Sin, and Olaf might be coming down. Oh, yes, Twitch does pop out of it. He throws the Ignite onto him, and Pantheon was not quite close enough to stun over that wall. It looks like he was, but I'm not sure what happened. Oh, great damage coming out from the Graves, but then again, Pantheon was able to take down Twitch at the same time, feeding him another kill. Twitch with boots of mobility now. That is very interesting. Whoa! And it looks like the support champion is now turning into... Oh, the Ezreal! Oh, so close. Nice attempt by Ezreal trying to get that kill. Just teleporting at the tower. Ezreal shot the ult at the wrong side of the tower. Very close, but unfortunately not quite enough. Now there's a support duel going on in mid. Look, Yorick is getting wrecked right now, but he does get a lot of health regen from his passive with anything that dies. Graves is taking a little bit of damage from Ezreal. Ezreal takes only one tower shot, but it's enough. Twitch is now here, and the blue buff is coming down. And great ward coming out, but Mundo is able to take it down, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this with the 3 people on the blue team here. Even with his ultimate, he does go down without a fight. Twitch picks up that blue kill. Would have been nice to have it on the Olaf or the Zilean, but Twitch still uses a significant amount of mana. Great pickup there by Ezreal. Red team has just been diving. They've been really ballsy with those 2 champions with Blink on bottom, being Kassadin and Ezreal. It's incredibly powerful. It's so hard to disengage from that fight. Pantheon's coming out. He does stun, but Olaf pops his ult. He still goes down. He's taking tower shots and regular auto attacks. The poisons take him down. Great job by the Twitch being able to pick up that kill. And Lee Sin is just hanging out in their jungle. Now that they know the Twitch is mid, he's probably going to go up here and take his Wraiths. Dragon should be coming up in about 1 minute, so I see red team focusing all their attention on that after they take this tower. Recall, Byro, they're actually not going to take the tower. They would rather see... Yes, they would rather see Graves lose his experience. Oh, a lot of damage going on Graves. Ezreal's able to get out of there. Oh, very, very good job by Ezreal being able to just arcane shift out of any bad situation. Mundo's up top now, pushing extremely hard. And if they focus a lot of attention on this Mundo top, which they use teleport, and they have another person there, it's going to be quite difficult. Double bombs coming out. They're going to be able to pick up this kill, but unfortunately, Dragon's going to come off, and it's possible that red team might go ahead and bait that. Unless I didn't time it right. No, sorry, 1 more minute. I can't do math. 1 more minute. I apologize for that. Lee Sin's now pushing mid extremely hard, and bottom, a kill goes down. Oh, and a double kill coming out from Kassadin. Not really the champion they wanted. Yorick was able to take down the Pantheon. It's not good that Graves is not getting fed. He's also not getting very much CS. He's behind by about 13, which isn't as much as I thought. I thought he was getting zoned quite a bit harder than that. Lee Sin's now trying to run away. He's not going to be able to. That double bomb from Zilean is just too strong with the red buffs as well as the poison from Twitch. Great job by the blue team. They're really picking it back up. They're putting it back together. They might end up evening out the gold. If they can pick up this dragon that spawned, it's very possible that they can start to even out this score. Especially with Olaf taking... Oh, Olaf popping his ult. Getting away from this Olaf... Or, sorry, Olaf getting away from the Mundo. Slows down the Mundo, but Mundo is still chasing after him. Ghost is now coming out. Oh, and the ultimate from... Oh, great job dodging the cleaver. And a lot of damage coming out onto Mundo. Mundo's going to... Oh, miss another cleaver. He's taking a lot of tower shots. And another missed cleaver. Very unfortunate. That rush on the Sunfire Cape was a great move because he's able to tank the tower a lot more. Oh no, it's not good. Great job ulting from the Zilean. Picks up the kill, but Zilean doesn't get the bomb on it quite yet. He does still have the red buff on, and he's going to die from this bomb, I would guess. Yes, great job being able to pick up that kill, saving the Olaf, giving him half his HP left after he revives. Great use of the ult, baiting out another spell, making Mundo a little bit slower to try to turn around and throw a cleaver. Just great job in general. Red team, in the meantime, since two people were top, they took both the mid tower and the bottom tower, and now they're just transitioning directly onto Dragon. And again, they're just going to pull further and further ahead with their gold lead, since they have a 4K gold lead right now, which is, it's pretty significant. Now it's up to 4.5. It's pretty significant at 16 minutes in the game. That's a pretty big difference. Pretty big difference. Blue team's going to have a lot of work ahead of them, but they still have Zilean, so they're going to be out leveling for the most part. So they're in par of levels as far as levels concerned. They're about on par, except for blue team support. They're a little further behind. Twitch coming out does get stunned and ignited, and I don't think, yeah, Zilean did not have his ult on for another couple seconds, but the red buff on Zilean is just too strong. They're not able to run away from it. Another bomb coming onto, yes, so the bomb isn't doing as much damage to their AD carry that they would like. It looks like Zilean is going more gold per 10 items. Doesn't have armor pen boot. Great job getting the bomb and the slow onto him. And red is now teleporting in. Kassadin jumping over the edge and slowing with the ignite and the force pulse. A lot of work being done by the red team right now, being able to pinch everybody in with Yorick and Zilean. It's going to be very difficult to kill everybody at the same time. They're going to have to kill the same person 2 or 3 times. Looks like they're not having too much of an issue. Olaf tried to pick up the kill onto the Kassadin, but was unable to. And he's going to get this damage onto the Mundo without any problems. And he sees, oh my gosh, that's dangerous. Twitch is running away. He ran straight through. Yes, they do have, they have 2 wards there, so it's going to be very difficult for him to run away. It's not going to happen. They both get juked by him. Very unfortunate. And then Pantheon tries to get him on the tower, trying to get that random lucky kill, which would have been freaking awesome, by the way. That would have been one of the best ultimates I've seen, just in general. In general, regardless of the champion, that would have been fantastic. Just blindly jumping onto the tower, trying to get the kill. Twitch does successfully get away. He's now in the enemy team jungle with a 1/4 health. I don't think that's the safest thing to do. Olaf's coming down, getting sped up and ghosted. He is rushing, and there's absolutely nothing that he can do to get away from this. He's going to just get completely auto-attacked. He is slowed at this point, and wow, I cannot believe that Ezreal got away from this, and he picks up a kill. Great job. Kassadin's doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Kassadin actually has more AP than the Zilean. And a lot of damage. Yorick is now coming in, and so is Graves. Graves does this massive burst, able to pick up that kill without any problems. Oh no, now Twitch is going out. He does get picked up by the Kassadin. Very unfortunate for him. This Kassadin support it's doing work. It's a lot better than what I expected, and I wonder if we're ever. I don't know. He could be used in a kill lane. He just doesn't have anything to lock people down. He has the slow and his silence, but besides that, I mean, you can't really underestimate those, of course, but at the same time, it's not, you know, a double stun to keep somebody in place. Kassadin 6-0-10 as support. He's doing a fantastic job. He picked up a death cap at 19 minutes, which is relatively respectable for almost any AB champion. Really, it's pretty good. Lee Sin's coming in, trying to take the race. He is going to be able to get away with a ward and the safeguard to the ward. The typical Lee Sin escape. And Twitch just jumped. Oh, he just got out of stealth, and now he got stunned, and he's going down almost instantly because Lee Sin grants vision as well. Once he hits him with his pretty much all of his spells grant vision. So it's not good. I mean, he wasn't invisible anyway, but it's still not good. Zilean just barely misses that. Dragon kept coming out with the silence, but the silence was not there in time. He is going to go down. Yes. Oh, Zilean just... his ult was about to run out. If Lee Sin waited just a little bit more, and great job. Good ultimate coming out from Pantheon, but he gets ulted by Yorick. Pantheon still might go down. Yes, he's going to go down from the Zilean. Zilean does go down from the Kassadin. And Kassadin blinked over, and he's going to try to recall in the enemy base behind 2 to 4 towers. Uh-oh, Twitch is stalking him. I think he noticed. I don't know how he noticed. Spray and Pray coming out, being able. Good job, great slow, but Kassadin's now out of mana. But Twitch is just not fast enough. Even with the boots of mobility, he just was not fast enough. Blue team is beginning to have a pretty rough time. Well, I guess not beginning. They're continuing to have a pretty rough time. They're down about 11k right now at 20 minutes into the game. It's very difficult to come back from a deficit of this magnitude this early on in the game. You know, we've seen people win even though they have a 30k gold deficit in tournament level. So it's always possible. The thing is in those type of situations, you have to be extremely coordinated. And it looks like Blue Team is relatively coordinated. They're just getting a little bit outclassed as far as champions. They're just a tad bit too squishy. And Twitch is just going down instantly. Yeah, it's... I don't know what to say. I'm not sure what the Blue Team can do to make a commanding comeback. They're really good in team fights, but the thing is they have to have Yorick and Zilean there at the same time. Great ultimate by Zilean, but Zilean's going to go down for it. And now that Kassadin is legendary, a lot of damage coming out, and now that Ezreal's also... well, Ezreal's been legendary, but legendary by picking up the kill onto the Yorick. And they're going to go for Dragon, and I wouldn't be surprised. This seems like it's going to be a pretty early surrender. And a great fight going up top. Oh, it's the Cleaver Wars right now. Cleaver and Axe Wars. Red Team took another Dragon. Now they're up by 12k gold at 22 minutes, and Pantheon's coming in. There's no way that Olaf's going to get away from this fight. He tries to throw one into the bush, dodges the Cleaver, and he's going to go... oh, he runs into the Cleaver, and then the stun gets poked from the Pantheon. And Mundo knows that there's a Twitch, so he's just going to run all the way back to his base, because he does not want to risk it. Great mindset from Mundo. He's like, if I get jumped on by this Twitch, there's no way of me surviving, so I'm just going to use my insane movement speed to run back to spawn instead of recall. It's the safer way to go. It's still a little slower, but at the same time, it's worth it if you save your life. Zilean getting jumped on now. He does get stunned. He's about to get stunned by... yes, he does get stunned, and now he's silenced. He is able to get his ult off. Great job by Zilean, but I'm not sure if it was quite worth using the ult since he still went down immediately. Didn't have any reinforcements as Twitch was in the enemy jungle and Graves was at the tower, not going to be able to go against those 3 dead players of the red team. And Twitch is now going to go down from Ezreal and Mundo. Graves is still putting out as much damage as he can, but Yorick is going to go down again. Twitch got revived for a little bit of time, and he does go down. Goes down again. There's a lot of kills going down, even after all the revives. If they all had Guardian Angels, I still am not sure they'd be able to successfully come back. They just don't really have a tank. The main person that's building their support items, instantly bursted down by the combination of Lee Sin and Kassadin. Yeah, Zilean didn't even have his ult at that point in time. He was trying to delay him just a little bit, but delaying them by a half second for your life, probably not quite worth it. Twitch is now doing his stalking. This could be dangerous. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. Lee Sin jumps onto the race. Now he's a little bit damaged. He does see the spells going off onto Twitch. He has vision, and he's going to be able to Dragon Kick. Kassadin picks up the kill by Rift Walking over the wall and poking him with his Null Sphere. And Ghost coming out from Olaf. Olaf now getting jumped on and silenced, and he still absolutely destroys the Lee Sin. And Olaf is going to be revived by Yorick, and now he's going to go directly onto the Pantheon. Pantheon flashes over the wall and does the armor reduction, and I don't know if Olaf's going to be able to get that last hit in. He does. Right before he dies, he is able to pick up the kill. Then again, Kassadin picks up another double kill, 12-0-3 as support. Absolute fantastic job from the red team. Just completely dominating this match at this point. They're almost double the kills, and they're up almost 20k gold at 26 minutes. Very impressive play. They got an inhibitor very early on. It gives blue team the chance to farm a little bit with the super minions, get a little bit extra gold from it. Then at the same time, it leaves Baron relatively open for the picking. It's ripe for the picking because Baron's in the ground. I don't know. Whatever. And Ezreal keeps trying to poke down the Olaf, but it doesn't seem to be happening. They are able to take down the tower without any real contesting. Oh. And Shureli's has been popped, but he does, and he does actually throw out his ultimate to try to get a little bit more distance. And he keeps dodging all of the axes, but all of the cleavers keep hitting. Pantheon is now initiating onto the support, and I don't think Olaf's going to be able to get out of here, and neither is Yorick. Yorick ults himself, does go down almost instantly, and Yorick's going to put out as much damage as he can, throw on those ghouls. He's not... The red team is completely ignoring him, and Kassadin is just absolutely destroying him. Now he has a Sheen. Every time he uses a spell, it's going to do a little bit of extra bonus damage. And Pantheon's coming out for this kill. Great job. Pantheon is getting greedy, and it paid off. And now red team is in their base, going for the Nexus towers. They're going to try to finish the game as soon as possible. Now that Graves, I think, has been AFK for a little bit. Yeah, I think Graves has been AFK for a little bit. Yeah, I don't think that they were trying anymore at that point. Great job by the red team. I did not expect that much of a difference, especially with the Kassadin support. Usually if you get outpicked, as far as like your lanes shouldn't necessarily win. Even if you are better players, you can still kind of put it together and win in the end. But then again, at the same time, Kassadin was just wrecking people. I don't think I've seen a support get more kills than the AD carry, as well as assists. It was very interesting. It's very interesting to see, to say the least. Let's see if I can tab over to the gold. Kassadin did not quite have as much as Ezreal, but is still incredibly close. Great game. Nobody on the blue team had more than 8. They didn't even have 8k gold, and everybody on the red team had over 9. So yeah, great job to the red team. Congratulations, and good game to the blue team.